Rudy Gobert could have 10.5 rebounds.
He's a shell of himself.
You're a shell of yourself.
They're going to win the World Series this year. First time since 1991.
LeBron, you ignorant schmuck.
What's up, guys? It's Jake Bartecki for WTL, taking a look at some of this weekend's best bets for the Grant Park 165 at the Chicago Street Race. Second ever NASCAR Cup Series, second ever NASCAR race on this wild street circuit through Grant Park. My pick to win this race is one of the odds-on favorites. We've got a four-way tie at the favorite spot, all at plus 550. My pick out of that group is Christopher Bell. I think he had the best car last year overall. It was obviously a weird race with the rain and the shortening of it, the single file restarts, but you can't argue with these stats. He led over half the race with 37 laps led, and he won both stages. Each week, this team comes to the track with speed. He tends to qualify well, and this weekend is a track where track position could be huge. Second, SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen at plus 550. How can you argue with the Kiwi winner from last year? How can you also argue with what he's been able to do this year in the Xfinity Series? He's won back-to-back road course races at Portland and Sonoma, and each race he gets into a cup car, he seems to get more comfortable with that next-gen cup car. He's a road course ringer, particularly a street course ringer, and guess what we're on this weekend? A street course. And lastly, at plus 1,200, AJ Allmendinger, another guy who seems to pick off a win at a road course each year. It's by far his best style of racing. He kept it in the top 10 in the first two stages at Chicago last year, finishing 8th and 9th in stages 1 and 2. Had some trouble, couldn't really find any room to pass, finished 17th. But for a guy who specializes in this kind of racing, I love some plus 1,200 odds. Hey guys, it's Jake Bartecki for WTL, taking a look at some value plays for this weekend's Grant Park 165 at the Chicago Street Race. First off, Joey Logano at plus 4,500, coming off his win last weekend at Nashville. This is a guy that has knack for winning races at new tracks. Gateway, won the first one there, won the inaugural Clash at the Coliseum. Second race at North Wilkesboro in the All-Star race, he won there. Joey Logano has a knack for figuring out new tracks, like he did last weekend, stretching the fuel at Nashville to win his first race of the year in the fourth ever NASCAR Cup Series race at the track. So that's relatively new as well. He's got some momentum, plus 4,500. I like that play. Then I've got Denny Hamlin at plus 3,500. This number may jump around a lot for Denny Hamlin depending on where he qualifies, but for a guy that figures out to be at the front at some point in every race, and usually towards the end, plus 3,500 is an incredible set of odds, not to mention Denny started on the pole at Chicago last year.